What's up, B Nation? Welcome to our live. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Make sure you guys you share the broadcast or the live. Y'all come on in. Y'all know what y'all need to do. Share it, and let the folks know that we are on. Y'all, we're not gonna be on here long, but I just want to come on and talk about Krista's latest video that she just posted. I just want to kind of give some of my commentary on it because I think she just doesn't really get it about what's really happening. Um, so I'm going to talk about that just a little bit. Before we get into that, you guys go ahead and share the video. Make sure you hit like. Um, and so we can kind of jump on in this. And so before we get started, if you guys are in the way of the ice storm that's coming where I live, I am. So we've already kind of stocked up. I have all my things, have my water, I have my stuff for my car that, so before the ice hits, I don't think we're getting any snow. I think they're now looking for us to get ice, and the temperatures are going to drop, so which means that's it's going to be kind of dangerous. So I think the ice or the rain or whatever's supposed to start like in Saturday today around 6 or 7 or uh, in the late in the evening. So we will probably be stuck in the house probably for maybe just a few days because the temperatures are supposed to drop, which means water on the ground, ice. So that's where we are. So you guys, all right, let's jump into it. Before I jump into it, if you are not a subscriber and you shacking up with us, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the B Nation family. Okay, so let's talk about it. So y'all see the title, um, and it's directed to Krista's latest video. She just did one. I don't know whether it was yesterday or today, but she just did one, and she started talking about context and how context can be manipulated, and all of that good stuff. And so she began to talk about just a few details about it. So the first thing she talked about was that uh, that I think her name that she has now was not the name that was used back then when this incident happened, and that you have to know dates and all that kind of stuff to find that information. And so, pretty much what she's saying is that Nary is the one that gave out that information. But I think that is so naive to think, to where she thinks that the only person that could have given that information to anyone would be Nary, when there is family, friends, and everybody around her that knew about that situation could have said something, right? So I think she's being really naive when it comes to that. I really do. The impression that I'm getting, she thinks that Nair is the one that released that information, or gave that information to Rodney, because that's the first time I heard about the information was when Rodney posted her mugshot, because the negative crew, the people that hate Alicia Kim, is the one that brought her into it, her and the other baby's mother. So it's their hate for Alicia Kim and Nary alleged connection to Alicia Kim is what brought Sheena, and Krista information. And that y'all, I was reading the comment, that brought Krista and Sheena into this. So the first thing I want to say, Krista and Sheena have no relevance. They really don't to what's going on between Alicia Kim and Boo. The only reason why these two people names even popped up in this situation is because of their hate for Alicia Kim. Hello, hello. Hey. welcome everybody. Right, is because of their hate for Alicia Kim. So of course, when people must be saw Nary and Alicia Kim out somewhere, the internet went crazy and saying that it's Nary and he's married, and then he has a baby mama. Okay, all right. So that's how they got dragged into it. But they have no relevance to this. So because both of them came out on podcasts, on a couple of podcasts, against against their children's father, is now why this is happening, right? So now Krista is saying that Nary's narrative is he's being manipulative, but this is what I want to say to Krista. Number one, Nary was not the only one that knew that you got arrested. Your family and your friends, and you are just naive to think that Nary is the only person that could have released that information. You are really being naive for sure. If you think everybody got love for you, even family and friends, you are really being naive if you really think go if you really think that Nary is the only one that could release that information, you are being naive. If you get your head out of the clouds, honey. I promise you, I guarantee you, it was somebody that knew you that released that information, and then also or released the name that you had back then, and Rodney was able to pull it up. Everybody can pull up information about you by paying, and can pull up background information about you. So that's number one. You're being naive about that, and to accuse Nary of that is, to me, is nonsense. Okay, because I think it's fair game. Anybody that knew you, that knew about the situation, could have released that, because Nary was now pulled in, because he's connected to Alicia Kim allegedly. Okay, that's the first thing that she addressed in this past video here yesterday, or earlier this morning, or whenever she posted it. And I'm talking about Krista, the strange wife. Okay, so what I'm saying to you, that's nonsense to me. Okay, number two, she started trying to give context to some of the things that Nary said. Y'all, please don't take this the wrong way. And I'm not saying that I'm not sympathetic to her. No one cares. Okay? No one cares about the detail of your marriage and how it did not last. No one cares. I don't care if y'all ran to the store and and you dropped the bubble gum and he picked up the bubble gum and ran over here and gave it to another woman. No one cares. Okay? No one cares. I don't care why your marriage did not work. The bottom line is that it did not work, right? And that you guys are going through a divorce. What these people are doing, Rum Ram, because I saw a title video of his that says Krista did everything she could to keep her marriage. Rum Ram doesn't know what he's talking about, because there's only two people, right? And God, that knows what happened. Krista, Mary, and God knows what happened for that marriage not to work. Okay? So this nonsense about, you know, context matter. Baby, you got a context, he has a context, and God has it all. So it doesn't matter. You're talking to first of all, you're talking to people, most of the people that's probably been divorced, right? I'm a divorcee. I know the game that married people play. And I know how y'all act when the marriage goes down, and the marriage no longer works. You start blaming and pointing fingers, acting like you're bat crazy. Listen to me. This is not a difficult thing to understand. Okay? You don't, even if you want Nary, he doesn't want you. So then the marriage is over. Let it go. Okay? It doesn't mean that you don't still love him. I'm not saying that you don't. You'll get over it. I'm not saying that as being, oh, just get over it. No, with time you'll get over it. I'm just saying to you that this detailed stuff that you're trying to give with context, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. We don't care if the person was with him or not. You trying to give details about stuff that doesn't matter. And you don't want to deal with the fact that you just had no business inserting yourself in this situation. It doesn't matter if your mugshot was out. Your assumption is that Mary told it. And what I'm saying to you, I think you are being naive unless you have 100% proof that he's the one that leaked the information. You can only at this point assume that he's the one that did it. And because of that assumption, then you felt the need to come out then on his enemy's podcast to, I guess to get even or to clear your name. I don't know what you clear your name for because you did go to jail. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what the problem is. You did go. You talked about you got out of character. You talked about your mental health at that time. Okay. All right. But no one cares about the details of the things that you're talking about. What we're saying to you, and I'm talking about people that sincerely care about you, these people are exploiting your dysfunction and pain. These people don't care nothing about you. I don't care how much they call you beautiful. I don't care how much they seem like they're supporting you. They saying all this, baby. This is the internet. They don't care about nobody but themselves. My channel is not monetized. All them people talking about you, their channels are monetized. They are, listen to me, they could care less about your well-being. I don't care how sincere they come off. These folks don't care nothing about you. They're just making money on you. And they could care less about your dysfunction. They're not giving you anything to help you. And anybody that loves you, that have just a little bit of wisdom, just a little bit, will tell you, stop talking. Let this go. Your mugshot is already out here. Now watch Nary come out with another video, now contradicting some of the stuff you saying or going to bring out more receipts. When will it stop? It's not going to stop. Stop talking. Because you are irrelevant in this. I know Kim Haters has pulled you into this and made you think this is of some importance to you. But let me tell you what happens when a person is truly healed and they're ready to move on. What you should have said, if you want to come out on a video, no problem. This is what your video should have been about. I noticed that my name and something personal that happened between me and my estranged husband record is now out here. Let me make this clear. What goes on in my marriage is between him and I. We are in the process of getting divorced, and what he does in his personal life is none of my business. So I just want to make that clear. Then you end the video. That's all you needed to say if you want to say something. But to come out on a podcast with his enemies, you knew exactly what you were doing. That's that vendetta, that's you revenge getting back at because you thought he released your name to the folks. That's what this is. That's that part of you where he says you can't keep your hands to yourself. See, that part of you is not dead yet. You still need to get healed. Because you still feel the need, well, let me get back. If I can't get back this way, I'll get back this way. You don't have time for that. You have a child to raise. It's time for you to grow up emotionally. You don't have time to let the internet pull you into something that has nothing to do with you. Listen, Whatever your estranged husband is doing at this point, you guys are getting a divorce. It is over. You need to tell the internet and everybody else they need to mind their business. Because just like you can move on, so can he. But no, you want to come on here trying to defend yourself and talking about context. See, this is how I know there is something that's not clicking with you because somehow you think your context or the way that you view it is the way that it is. As in, if Nary doesn't have a say in how he views it. It's two people that was in the marriage. You have two different perspectives about what happened. Okay? You decided to get a divorce, right? Whether you wanted the divorce or not up to you, because there's another person involved. So what you do, you accept what is and you move on. But you don't keep allowing yourself to get dragged in something that has nothing to do with you. Now all your co-workers, everybody probably looking at your stuff. For what? For no reason. If you shut it down, Nary and Alicia Kim haters wouldn't even make videos on Nary talking about Nary. Krista did all she could in her marriage. Child, please. You don't need to be listening to Run Ram because Run Ram is the same one that your estranged your estranged husband allegedly is connected to Alicia. He was trying to get with Alicia too, and I'm assuming he was he was married at the time. So what I recommend he's not somebody you want to get advice from. And let me just tell you that right now. I can tell you that right now. That is not somebody you want. You don't want. You do not want to get any advice for these people that is really exploiting your dysfunction and your pain. Is what I'm saying to you. Stop coming out here trying to defend yourself over something that has nothing to do with you. Your marriage is over. I'm sorry. No one gets married to get a divorce. No one. But it happens to the best of us. Okay? It's all right. You will find love again, but make sure this time you do it in a healthy way. This will be your second divorce. Now, you don't need, at this point, you need to get somewhere and sit down on somebody's couch and get yourself healed. So when you make another decision, it will be a healthy one. Anybody that cares anything about you, that's what they should be telling you. Not convincing you to get on the internet and trying to convince everybody that Nary is trying to manipulate the situation. Child, listen, you both were in the marriage. You both are responsible for the breakdown of your marriage. What are you even talking about? You both are responsible. So what you trying to do? Put some context about what he's saying? We don't care. It doesn't matter. Because we know that both of you all are responsible for the breakdown of your marriage. So we don't need to know the details of it. Who cares? You think somebody just got time to sit up here and listen to you about super details about y'all? Really? Y'all are not that important. I'm just trying to help you see things from a different perspective. You hadn't lived long enough to understand. I'm trying to help you skip some steps that you don't even have to go through. I am telling you, let this thing go and tell everybody to mind their business when it comes to Nary's business. What he does in his personal time has nothing to do with you. And what you do in your personal time at this point has nothing to do with you. You guys are going through a divorce. You're trying to settle this thing about the kid, so y'all need to move on. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Hey, Whit. Hey, y'all. I'm not sure if you guys saw the last videos that she just posted. It's ridiculous. Get over it. Get past it. I'm not trying to minimize the hurt, and the feeling that you're having of another failed marriage. That's, I'm sure that's not a good feeling. But you cannot get healed by coming on the internet trying to discredit your estranged husband. If you don't get healed for your sake, get healed for your kids' sake. The only reason why Nary is out here is because you and Sheena brought y'all little selves out here tearing him down. So he provided context to what you guys were saying. That's all I'm saying. But everybody else, they are using you. They are using you to keep folks going with this thing with Alicia Kim. Their hate for Alicia Kim is what's fueling this. And you are just a pawn in that baby. These people do not care anything about you. And if you believe that, you are naive. You are naive. Correct. Correct, St. Mary. It just doesn't make any sense. Why? You listen. Stop letting these people exploit you. You can't come out here and try to dictate and try to bring context to everything Nary is saying, because he was also in the marriage with you, and he sees it a certain way. Okay, I mean, what? I have a perspective on my marriage, and my ex-husband has a perspective on our marriage. I don't get to overtake and say my perspective is the perspective. No, I only can give it from the way that I viewed it. What he gonna try to do? Come and bring some context to my stuff? He don't. What? There might be a few little details that he may say no. Well, this is what is, and maybe might be a few details on his that I might can say, but my perspective is mine. What you gonna try to do? You gonna try to control how he viewed your relationship and how he viewed certain things and how he processed certain things? You can't do that. That's a whole nother individual. I'm just not understanding. What are you doing? You see, the problem is that you didn't realize it was gonna turn this way. And just like Larry said, you didn't think that he was gonna come out. But see, now I'm sure now you wish you didn't jump up on that stage with Rum Ram. Rum Ram, the one that was DMing Kim. The one you follow me? You get me? Rum Ram, the one that his wife is around my age, and he in his late 30s. Okay, all right. Is that who you want to listen to? Okay, all right. You better wise up. People growing, and people can make choices to marry who they wanna. But when a young man marries somebody 15 years older than them, I always, honey, I always got an antenna up, because men are visual. That's why he was in Kim's DM, and that's who you wanna. If Kim would have given him the chance, what you thought what would have happened? If Kim would have answered the DM, what you think would have happened? I mean, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Saint Mary, Saint Mary. Listen. I'm just saying. What, y'all? They're using her, and they're using her pain and her dysfunction as a way to get to Alicia Kim, to keep bringing Alicia Kim down. They don't care nothing about her. They don't care nothing about Krista and her marriage. They're lies. Correct. It, I'm just not understanding. Y'all got to see. Listen. I've been here almost not quite 6 decades yet. But let me tell y'all something. You got to know when people are using you, even when they come off like they care so much about you. Child, this is just another title of them people using against Alicia Kim. And so you might want to use some wisdom. Stop coming out here trying to defend your side because you don't have none. The side is that you're responsible for the breakdown of your marriage, you and Mary. That's the side you own. If you're having issues about who gonna get custody with the child, okay, I understand that. I get it. You trying to see, what type of things you can, you want to be a part of your child's life. No problem. But you don't think you better be careful that nary lawyers and stuff don't use these videos against y'all that y'all post. But Nary feels like he needs to defend himself. But you better be careful that the lawyers don't use these videos against y'all when it comes to the child. That's what you want to do. You want to come on the internet while you in a custody battle for the children, for the girl, for the young, for the kid, and y'all want to come and tear each other down, and y'all going through a custody battle. Y'all don't know this stuff can be used against y'all. You got to use wisdom. She is being used because of their hatred for Alicia Kim. They don't even care nothing about her. Come on. Ooh, it just takes a little bit of common sense. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Come on now. Y'all, when I listen to that video, I did like this. Why? What is she? What, stop it. She trying to act like Nary is the only person that could have released that information or told whomever. That's why. You went on his enemy um, podcast. So when your daughter grow up and she see that, so y'all two got to explain that to your daughter. Ooh, I tell you, y'all, I'm just not understanding. Hey, creation. I mean, my God, come on now. I mean, they using her dysfunction. She can't even see. Y'all, listen, I can see the thing as clear as I can see trees outside. That they are using her and her pain and her dysfunction as a way to get back at Alicia Kim, and now they want to try to tear Nary down because allegedly he's attached to Alicia Kim, and Rum Ram issues the fact that Alicia Kim wouldn't give him no play. That's the person you went on the podcast. That's where you went. That man wanted Alicia Kim too. Girl, will you stop? Exactly. I mean, this is so clear. And then for her to come out talking about the context of being manipulated, y'all, do y'all care about the details? Because I know personally, no one cares. about the dysfunction of your marriage. No, no one cares about the details. It's over. Take yourself to counseling and say, hey, this is what my ex-husband said. And I just want to make sure this ain't true. That I'm not coming off this week. See, let me tell you what maturity does. Let me tell you what maturity does. Even if you don't agree with someone's assessment about you, you should at least take it in consideration and take it to God in prayer, just in case you might be coming off that way. That's the more mature thing to do. You see what I'm saying? That's the more mature thing to do. I may not agree with your assessment, but trust me, I've lived long enough to know I might want to look into this, especially if you heard it more than once. You might want to look into it. You might. Only thing I'm saying, I'm not minimizing y'all her hurt. I'm not minimizing the disappointment and getting a divorce again. I'm not minimizing her wanting to still have her marriage. I sympathize with all of that. Okay? I didn't get married to get a divorce. But once I noticed that it was not working, and my mental health and my physical health and his, I knew and with prayer, I knew the best thing for us to do was to go our separate ways. And that's precisely why. That's precisely why I filed for divorce. Everybody happy. And trust me, I just didn't do it like right away. Y'all, it took me 4 years to file for the divorce. That's too long. I don't advise that for nobody. I'm just telling you how long it took me. Why? Because I want to be sure. I want to make sure that I did everything that I possibly could. I want to make sure that my hands were clean. But it took me 4 years. Do I recommend that for nobody? No. Listen. I think it's unhealthy. I have my own reasons why I'm telling you this. So they're actually going through the divorce. Alicia Kim is not responsible for the breakdown of your marriage. You are hurt that he actually has found someone else, allegedly. Okay? I understand. But this is what you're doing now. Let me tell you, and let me tell you another thing. You're not looking down the road. You see, listen, I'm a visionary. I can see things. Even when most people can't see it, I can see it. If another man is interested in you and he start looking around and trying to pull information on you and see you out here on the podcast talking about your ex-husband when things went bad, he gonna know you gonna do that same thing to him. And ain't nobody want to take no risk on somebody that's gonna get on the podcast and tear them down. Y'all hear me? That 100%. Krista and Sheena act like boo. I promise you they do. They just act like they just can't move on. And listen to me. I'm not being insensitive and saying, oh, just get over it. It's gonna take you a minute. But just because it's gonna take you a minute to get your feelings together, it doesn't mean that you can't take steps towards moving forward. You need to get on here and tell these people to stay out of your estranged husband personal business, and that has nothing to do with you, and don't pull you in it because of their hatred for Alicia Kim. If you do that, that'll shut it down. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I absolutely agree. And guess what, Tori? I'm not listen, Tori. I'm not saying that Nary is perfect and that he did everything right in his relationship. Because I told y'all how I felt about him and Alicia Kim. I felt like they could have handled this a little differently if he's the baby's father. I think they could have navigated this a little differently. Right? I do. I think they could have navigated this just a little differently. I told y'all that. But that has nothing. But what I want Krista to understand, she wouldn't be out here trying to explain something to nobody if she just would have stayed out of it. She don't need to clear her name about no mugshot. Nobody knows her. Only thing people knew is that you were married a strange wife and that you were arrested. I mean, okay, you ain't like you some superstar and celebrity, like you got some influence. Correct. It ain't like you some celebrity and you a role model, and everybody just on the whole internet and the whole world know you. I can see you coming out making a statement like that. But the only reason why we know you is because of their hatred for Alicia Kim. I mean, come on. Really? Y'all, marriages don't work. Sometimes we choose the wrong people for so many different reasons. A lot of times we are trauma bonding with folks. It's not even love. It's just trauma that's pulling you together. And this is why I said you don't know what you're attracted to until you heal. You don't even know what you like. I don't understand why she keep coming out here making videos and talking about contact. I hope somebody give her some wisdom. Correct. See, the bottom line is if that her name and Sheeta name and Nary name came about because of Alicia Kim. Now they trying to jump into Nary and Krista's relationship when that relationship is going through a divorce. Ron Ram talking about Krista did everything she could to save the marriage. How did oh I know. That's why she got a mugshot. I know. How does he know? He act like he was in the middle of the house. He act like he was there and watching the whole thing. Child, you don't know what goes on between married people in their house. The best advice you can give them is to move on and get healed. That's the only advice you can give them. Because no one knows what truly happens in someone else's marriage. You see what I'm saying? You don't know. All because Nary is allegedly attached to Alicia Kim. And obviously now your job and everybody based on whatever she was saying, now everybody on the job and all that kind of stuff. No, you have a kid. Nary would have never come out, never would have said a word if you and Sheena would have kept that mouth closed. But you want to try to justify you getting on his enemy podcast, because you think he told somebody about the mugshot because your name was not, you don't have the same name. And so somebody had to really tell him the dates and all that. Girl, bye. People can get anything for money. You are being naive if you think Nary is the only person that released. If you think Nary is the person that released that information, I'm not saying I know whether he did or not, but if you think he's the only one that could have, you're just in denial. You're being naive. Somebody in his family could have done it. Somebody in your family could have done it. Somebody in his friends could have done it. Your friends could have done it. Correct. Correct. And that's my point. If Krista needs to come out there, marry a grown man. They're going through a divorce. It's over. What that man does in his personal life at this point is none of her business. Period. You don't get to be physical with me, and I gotta call the cops on you, and then Nary saying you got a problem, put your hands on folks. Baby, please. You don't get to do that and then tell me you want your marriage. Even if that was a mistake. That was a big one. And it has cost you. So now you know what you have to do. Second marriage, you don't get into another relationship. You see what I'm saying? You don't get into it. Listen to me. You don't jump into another relationship. You go sit down somewhere and get healed. That's what you do. You don't run back to your ex-husband. The videos that Nary been showing us. What you running back to him for? You divorced him for a reason, right? Okay. I'm gonna say this for all the women on this and men on this live with me. Okay? For the love of God, please stop making people idols in your life. Stop making relationships idols in your life. Please stop thinking that you are not worth anything if you do not have a partner. Okay? Please stop this. Because if you don't get healed, you're gonna choose people. You're gonna choose the people like you see on this on this internet doing acting bat crazy. Listen to me. When me and my ex-husband got a divorce, it was peaceful. We get a divorce, okay. I filled out the paperwork, sent him the paperwork so he can look at it. No problem. Signed it, went to the courthouse, submitted the stuff. Judge looked at the papers just like this, y'all. No lie. This was 15 years ago. Okay, all right. Okay. She signed it like this. Okay, we wish you the best. Over just like that. Ain't nobody mad. When we walked out the door, I went one way, he went the other. He called me 2 weeks later. I didn't pick up the phone. You know why I didn't pick up the phone? Not because I was upset or anything. We had nothing to talk about. We didn't have no children. We didn't have to split nothing. I kept my 401k. Everything I kept, I left whole. He left whole. I didn't pick up the phone not because there was nothing to talk about. From that day to this day, I have not heard from him. He has not heard from me. Why? It's over. Move on. What in the world? What, we don't have nothing to talk about. We ain't got no kids. What in the world? Ain't nobody mad. It was just that peaceful. Ain't nobody want to fight. Time about give me the shoe. No, I'm not taking this shoe. Give me the. Now, if there was a kid involved, it would have been totally different, right? Because we would have to come to an agreement. about the kid. Oh, Krista and Sheena should marry boo. They should have what you call them thing, multiple wives. Multiple wives, and let them be together. If they so dysfunctional, I'm just saying, don't let these people exploit your dysfunction. You acting like bring that stuff means something. Now, y'all, watch Nary come out with another video. Watch now. Watch he come back and rebuttal her stuff. I am telling y'all, please stop this stuff. Unless you're gonna see yourself acting like Krista and Sheena. Men, I said this on Left Chat. Men, be careful. You guys are visual, right? And sometimes you all get yourselves in trouble choosing the wrong person with that stuff. You so attractive. You just want to hit it. I just want to hit it. Let me tell y'all something. This is some of the best advice I'll be able to give y'all. Women will marry you, have your children, and still don't want you. All for security, financial security, whatever security is, we will do it. And that's where you have to be smart to know, why is she here? Why is she here? We will do it. We will do it. You men got to be careful. And women, you got to be careful yourself when it comes to men. Why are you here? What do you want? Are you coming to add, to make me better? Are you coming to serve? Same thing when it comes to the men. You need to ask that question. What do you want? What would it, what is it about me you want to be with? If they start talking about, well, I think you can add to my life, okay, so you think this is about you. You let me ask a man, well, why should I take your last name? If he starts talking about, because I think you're a good person, I think you can cook for me. I think you're a great person. I think you can cook for me. I think you would add this to my life. And he doesn't say to me, he doesn't turn around and say to me, this is why you should take my last name. I will protect you. I will honor you. These are the things you're looking for. They start talking about themselves. You better run for the hills. Where the hills at? Run for the hills. How you going? I'm gonna ask you why I should take your last name, and you gonna tell me what I can do for you, and not what you. If you're going into a relationship thinking about what the person can do for you, you already walking in with the wrong spirit. You are already walking. Now, I'm not saying that you can't see that. I'm just saying that you're walking in with the wrong spirit. If you're walking into, you should be walking into a relationship and see how you can make that person's life better and how well you can serve them. If it's the other way around, you selfish, and it's gonna show up. It's just a matter of time. It's gonna show up. So only thing I'm saying, y'all, when I saw that, and the video wasn't long, I think she did like 15 minutes or something. Stop. If anybody know Krista on here, tell her to stop it. Right. Listen, talking about Alicia Kim was a gold digger, and he can't even pay for her birthday trip cruise. I'm mad. But yet, now listen, he paid $1,000 on gambling but he ain't paid for the cruise. Now make and wasn't it Alicia Kim's birthday? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. But when Alicia Kim told Boo, yeah, but if you would have worked hard and worked overtime, you would have had something. And maybe when I got here, you would have put me in our own house. I said, shot fired. Boom. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember Kim said that on that video? I was like, ooh, shot fired. Boom. Knock the whole skin off the shoulder. Knock it out the socket, pull it. They just threw it. So I just want to come on and address that video. If someone knows Krista on here, you better tell that girl they are using her and they do not care anything about her. Period. This is all to get at Alicia Kim. Their motives towards you are not pure. That's hands down. Now, B Nation, we over here listen. B Nation, we listen. Y'all, when it comes to Boo and Alicia Kim, y'all know I'm gonna stand with Alicia Kim on that 100%. Do I think Alicia Kim and Nary allegedly could have handled the situation a little different? 100%. Why? Because I don't live long. We could have done this a little different. No problem. But Alicia Kim is divorced and Nary is getting a divorce. And what Nary does in his personal life don't have nothing to do with nobody. Period. Exactly. Creation, I 100% agree. Krista knows exactly what she's doing to some degree. I do think that to some degree, hey Queen, that she is delusional a little bit, and she don't know that she is. You know, you can have blinders on and you don't know that you have them. And then sometimes can make you delusional to what's really in front of you and what's happening. That's what I think her situation is. I think something she truly cannot see. She hadn't lived long enough. And another thing, ain't nobody around her. Obviously people, you know, she don't have no wise folks around her. Correct. Obviously, ain't nobody there to help her. To give her some wisdom and say, boo, this ain't the way to do this now. Little girl got to grow up and see her mom and daddy fighting on the internet. I ought to put everybody in timeout. Mary, you sit in timeout, and Krista, you sit in. Look, she got to grow up. If these videos ain't deleted, now she got to grow up watching her mom and daddy fighting. You know, look at giving context and look right here, y'all. I saw, this is all because of Krista and Sheena want to come out. They want to talk about something. What you say, Mary? Let me see. Sheena is a bit of lying about she's married, sporting a fake popcorn. Woo! Now that is funny. I'm gonna tell you, because I don't even know y'all whether Sheena married or not. Somebody said she was married. Somebody said she wasn't married. I'm like, what in the world is happening? Then somebody said she's living with her father. I don't care where she lives. I don't care where she living. I know she shouldn't be out here on this internet talking about Nary. I know that. And Nary said he's still calling. That's right, Nary called every day. Record it, save your receipt. Absolutely. So, y'all, I just want to come on and talk about that video because I'm like, I don't know what is she doing. That's what I with. Wait a minute, with. That's what you talking about Sheena, right? That's what I thought. She told folks she was married. Or she ain't got no husband. Well, ain't this something? because what we were trying to figure out, well, if she's married, why is her husband allowing her to come out here and talk about some dude? I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Man, correct. I'm just saying this is not a good idea, Krista. I'm telling you, if somebody on here that know Krista, y'all need to tell Krista to stop talking and let this go, and y'all work out what y'all need to work out for the kid. What Nary does in his private life is no longer your business. You are that marriage is only when it comes to legal matters, baby. It ain't nothing no more for romantic. I mean, I'm sorry that he don't want you. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry your marriage didn't work out. I listen. I'm for marriage, baby. Now let me make that clear. I am for marriage, but it doesn't work out sometimes, and it's unfortunate. And I can see why Krista is hurt. No doubt about it. Like I said, no one's get married to get a divorce most of the time. When we get married, we want to stay married. But sometimes we want to stay married, but sometimes that doesn't happen. Okay, well, it is what it is. But there are plenty of guys out here. I mean, plenty. I mean, a lot. You might want to wait. You might, honey, you don't get discouraged over one. It's too many out here. God does not have a shortage of men. God does not have a shortage of women. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. If somebody that knows her on this live, all 72 of y'all tell Krista to stop talking and go get healed. Even if she don't want to do it for her sake, do it for her kid's sake. Nobody cares about the details of her marriage. No, I know I don't. Y'all, do y'all care about the details of what happened between her and Larry? Who cares? Yeah, creation. They say she not married. She claims she was, but folks are saying she ain't never been married. I'm just saying. Y'all, you gotta trust God. You're gonna have to wait. And let me tell you, you can't meet nobody staying stuck in the house. Tell me he coming to the door. He might, but everybody gonna marry the Amazon guy. You don't you better go out somewhere, do something different. Be intentional this year. Go out, go do some things. Stop sitting at home looking at talking about what's going on. Go out. When you get off on Friday, go out before dark hits, right? Especially if you're by yourself, because that's what I do. I'm not gonna be out late at night by myself. So when I get off on Fridays at 5, if I want to go out somewhere, I'll jump up, put on my clothes, get myself all nice and sweet, looking all good and stuff. Then I'll go to Bonefish or something like that, get me like an appetizer and a drink or something just to be out. You don't know. Then after that, I'll go to the mall and I'll walk. You don't know. I'm gonna stop going to Lowe's soon. Yeah, I'm gonna start going to Lowe's soon. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. What I'm saying, y'all, you got to get yourself out there. Listen, let me tell you one thing. Jillian, if I even see somebody even close to acting like Boo, I'm gonna run for the hills. That St. Mary, say it again. Correct. But St. Mary, you know why that is, because he was interested in her. And I'm not sure if he was married at the time when he DM'd Kim because he was trying to get with her. And of course, you know he's come out and said he was wrong for DMing her, right? Which says to everybody he was interested in her. So that's part of his hatred towards her. And then that's the podcast Krista gonna go on. Baby, your estranged husband, that man want the same. I'm not understanding. See, that's what I'm talking about. Creation. Go ahead, girl, do your thing. You better do your thing. Now we can't go out here in the United States. So if you, I don't know where you from, but baby, here we get ready to do a whole ice storm. Okay, we ain't gonna be able to do nothing tonight. Sunday, whatever we was gonna do, we had to do it last night because we having an ice storm. It's coming in sometime this evening, and they're looking at we may have some power outages and all of those type of things. The temperature is going to drop, so the rain is going to turn into ice. So I've got stuff on my car and all that kind of stuff. I went out early this morning. I filled up my tank, make sure my tank was full with gas. I did all of that, and so we're going to be stuck in here probably until Wednesday for sure. I don't know whether we will be able. Yeah, Cayman Islands. Yeah, see, I don't know whether or not we'll be able to go out until probably Wednesday. It's gonna be pretty nasty. Yeah, and let me tell you one thing. Another thing I noticed, I told y'all this on one of these videos that I saw where Krista throwing off on Alicia Kim, talking about you got to hide your man. She don't have to hide her man. What she's saying is that she no longer want another situation like Boo, and so she don't want to put her relationship on the YouTube like she did with Boo, and that's her right. She's not hiding Mary. She does not want him to be, she don't want her channel to be a couple's channel like it was with Boo. That's what she's saying. And you don't get to dictate that to her. But you somehow think that Alicia Kim is your problem. So you need to make a short, y'all, if y'all haven't seen it, there's a short on her channel where she's throwing off on Alicia Kim. Girl, this is not Alicia Kim issue. You throwing off on the wrong person. You're the one who tore up your marriage. You and there. Y'all the ones responsible for that. Alicia Kim ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't care what they're trying to tell you she does. No, she does not. You and there are not a good fit. Child, anytime you need to listen to me, baby. Listen to me. Anytime you feel you need to hurt the guy you're with, or cause some type of violence or rage towards them, listen to me very carefully. You need to find somebody that you don't want to hurt. You understand? That's not a difficult thing to see. You're not a good fit. You're not a good fit. You want to hurt him? He's not the one. I promise you. Go find somebody that you do not want to hurt. But has Boo come back out? Because baby, the way Kim put them bullets in him, I promise you, the way Kim put them bullets in him on that last video, did he come back out with a video? I'm sure he did. Well, I don't even watch his videos. I'm gonna be honest with you. Once I notice that it's up and stuff, I don't watch his videos because I know it's nonsense. I mean, I just don't have the patience to watch his because he's back crazy. Something here not working all together. Y'all, I just want to come on and tell y'all that's all I want to tell y'all because I saw that video. I said I'm gonna need somebody to tell Krista to what? Boo is still in ICU. Well, what creation? Is that a joke or that's for real? Right. St. Mary, exactly. That's why I said, Boo's still in ICU. Creation, is that like a joke or he really is Is he really in ICU? Well, say married correctly. That's why I said um, Alicia Kim and allegedly married because they hadn't fully come out and said they're together yet. But let's say it's married. I think being um, separated and divorced, you got to handle that differently. Uh-huh. That's the problem. That's the problem. Well, let me tell you, and some of this, um, his wife, I thought some of this with his wife, with some of the stuff Ram doing, because she ought to tell him, you need to stop this, especially after you done DM her. I would have, as a wife, I would have a major problem after I found out you DM that young adult girl around your age and you can't stop talking about her. I know I would have a problem. I know I would. Correct, Lauren. Correct. It's over. And then and listen. If there was a little ounce, she getting on Rum Ram podcast. Shut that. Listen, if it was a little ounce, like right here, she shut that down when she went on that podcast. Hey, Germany, thank you for joining us. Hey, listen, y'all who the 70 folks, if you shacking up with us, hit that subscribe button. It don't cost you one brown penny. Over here in B Nation, we don't let people come over here and be crazy. I don't let folks come over here and disrespect those that um, uh, I don't let folks come over here disrespecting my subscribers. If you come over here talking crazy, you will get blocked. Okay? You will get blocked. If you come over here acting crazy, I will block you for sure. I got a whole full-time job. Yeah, a lot of these women need counseling, but so does the men. The men need counseling. The men need counseling and the women. That's why they should not be coming on here trying to get everybody to understand the details of your marriage. How can we possibly, right? How can she possibly think that we could understand all the details of their marriage? We can't. We cannot understand all the details of what went wrong in their marriage. And then she want us, and what I'm trying to, well, we need to try to figure that out. Hey, Corey, what's up? Listen, why do we have to try to figure that out? I mean, I don't care about no context. Y'all care about the context? I don't care about the context. I don't care about the detail. We don't care. What we are saying is that what Nary does in his personal life is no one's business. And that should have been her stance. That should have been her stance. Period. So, now the internet attacking her, well, like I said, I'm not trying to be, it's not like I'm trying to be, it's not that I don't sympathize with her, right? Of course I have empathy for her. I understand what it is to go through a divorce. And then, like I said, no one wants to be divorced. Yeah, I just signed up for a divorce. Nobody wants that. And then this is your second divorce? Okay. Right. But what correct. Correct. And what she doesn't understand, this has nothing to do with context. What she doesn't understand, what we're saying to her, this is not your fight. And that you just can't assume that Nair is the one that released your mugshot. Because it is public and people can pay for it. Doesn't matter if there's a different name. When people want to find out information about you, they just do. Okay. Oh God. Oh my God. And I don't listen to Rum Ram stuff. I just look at his title because I can't go over there. And now I will go there sometimes and read the comments. I said these people are off the chain. The level of hate that they have for Alicia Kim, them jokers gonna get sick in their body. Baby, hating stuff don't work well with the body. The level of hate that they have for that girl, no matter what truth comes out, they will twist it and turn it and have it all kinds of ways. I mean, it's ridiculous. No, I don't listen to him. No, I don't listen to Rum Ram. He can't. No, 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 no. He's not. He seems to be a. I mean, I don't know him, but no, not on this. Because I know part of his issue is the fact that you know he he wanted Alicia Kim, and Alicia Kim did not give him um, the time of day, and that's why he's upset. No, Abby, you listen here, y'all. Look, she talks about patterns, but she has a son with her first husband, and Nary said she was abusive to him also. The second, it's the same. See, y'all, you see what I'm saying, y'all? Now we didn't. This is too much information. If she just would have stayed out, we would have known this kind of stuff. God, Krista, you gotta go get some help. Oh my goodness. I'm just, I just, oh my goodness. So you were abusive allegedly towards the second spouse. So see, this is what I'm trying to. This is what I said to you guys before, and I'm gonna say it every video that I do with commentary. Very few things happen in isolation. Very few things happen in isolation. If you act a fool at Burger King, you're going to act a fool at McDonald's. Welcome, Anna Marie. Welcome, welcome. You see what I'm saying? Y'all, Anna Marie, honey, we don't take those sides over here. We just collect the information we hear and we just give our commentary on it. Now, we will always stand beside Kim when it comes to Boo and his nonsense, because we know his elevator don't go all the way up to the top. Y'all welcome Anne Marie to Be Nation. You see what I'm saying? So only thing, we just analyze what we have. And I try to give y'all, especially the young adult women, some life lessons that some of the things that y'all are doing is so unnecessary. And a lot of it comes from the mere fact that you have low self-esteem and you don't have any confidence. And that's why you think your hope is in some type of relationship or some type of man. That That's why you think that, because you haven't found your identity in Christ yet. You all over, you know, you all over, you think your validation is in a person. You don't know your validation is in Christ alone. Period. It ain't no above it, after it, or beside it. Everything else is temporal. Everything else can change. God never changes. Anchor yourself in Him, your identity, and your validation. So no matter who comes and goes, you're going to still be all right. So I'm just saying to y'all, somebody, if y'all know Krista on here, Krista need to let this go. They're using her and they are exploiting her dysfunction. Hands down. Because Run Ram doesn't know what went on in that marriage. Talking about Krista did all she could. You don't know nothing. Even I don't know. No one knows but those two and God. Period. See, that's what I'm saying. Well, St. Mary, that's St. Mary. What I'm saying is that's my issue with her, thinking that the only way that this stuff could come out, her mugshot could come out, is based on a nary alone. That's just crazy. You said what I'm saying? No. What? You think Mary's the only person could have released that information? Uh-uh. You must not know people. You must not know people. You in denial. People are people. But listen, none of these folks care about Krista. They're just using her dysfunction to exploit, for their own benefit, right? But I mean, let me tell y'all something. Y'all, if you don't have wise people around you, you need to find you some more friends. If you don't have people around you that will say, you know what, B, Bernadette, you probably shouldn't make a left. You need those kind of people around you. I mean, you see what I'm saying? I mean, but you see what I'm saying? Y'all get you some good friends with some wisdom that's gonna help you navigate this thing called life. Let somebody sit down and tell you, and you need to and listen, and you need to be teachable. You need to learn how to listen. What you gonna do? You gonna just be in life and know everything? Who knows everything? Come on, y'all. Well, that's what Coy. Correct. They're all running their YouTube channels off of Alicia Kim's coattail, because I really don't understand why they keep dragging that girl even when they can't see it exactly. And what I'm and Coy, but so Sheena and Kristen, that's the only reason why we know them, because of their hatred for Alicia Kim. No, wait a minute. You see what I'm saying? A long time Kristen beat him. So, hey, so what? So not the first. Was this a different? So the first husband, we know she was fighting. What are you saying? This is a different person before the first husband? You see what I'm saying? You see. Now you see. Y'all thought out. You see how the information just coming out allegedly. If she been fighting men and putting their hands on men, she don't need to get into another relationship. Do you hear me? She don't need to get in another one. She need to go sit in timeout. If she been beating up all these folks, hitting men, let me tell y'all women something. Keep your hands off of men. If you mad, go sit in a corner somewhere. You don't get to take your hand and slapping people and hitting them because you angry. You better go take a walk. Y'all women think y'all can just hit men and they ought to just hold themselves like this. The next time y'all hit somebody, they're going to slap you all the way to next week. Keep your hands to yourself, women. And the same thing with men. And another thing, women, stop getting up in the men's faces. Who you think you talking to? You crazy. What's wrong with you? Do something. You want to say that? That's what you want to do? Getting up in their face like you some dude. And then when they knock you to the next week, then he hit me. Women, stop jumping up into men's faces and acting like you some dude. Stop that nonsense. If you see the situation get heated, back up, de-escalate. Now, if he starts swinging on you, okay, now you got to defend yourself. But now, I tell you, you're probably not going to win because they're stronger. But you're gonna have to grab something and knock them out and then run. But you listen. I'm just saying, you don't jump up in no man's face talking about what you gonna do. You do something. You better act like you got some sense. You got an anger problem. You immature. Go sit at somebody's couch and get coached. Men, I'm gonna say this. I said this in one of my videos. Our nervous system is not set up like y'all. Y'all can't talk to us in any kind of way and strong and huff us up. We can't navigate that well. You do that and you can do that stuff to another man and they go on. But you do that to us, our nervous system bad for about a week or two. It's not the same. I want y'all to stop doing that stuff. Stop jumping up in these men's faces. Because women like to do that stuff because you don't think they're going to hit you back. Stop that stuff. That's disrespectful. Anybody make you act like that, you should be with anyway. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, really? Joe said, really? I wonder which of them was the married first. Well, Sheena was the first. Bit of bad. She is on every channel commenting about Kim, and Kim never ever called her name. So you see what I'm saying? She's mad because Nary said no to the dress. That's all I know. Listen. She's mad because Nary said no to the dress. That's all that's about. Anybody studying Sheena? And Sheena in Jamaica? Let her stay there. Let her go wherever she need to go. She mad because he said no to the dress. That's all that is. Where's Doretta? Doretta, that's what I'm saying. We learn from our mistakes, and what I don't understand is why these young people all want to go through the same thing we don't walk through. I can't comprehend that. Hey, y'all, there's an alligator down the road. You still want to go down the road? I don't understand why y'all young people want to do that kind of stuff. It makes no sense. I mean, it's nonsense. Alex, I'll take her for 500, please. Alex, I'll take 1,000 for pain. I mean, y'all just, I don't understand it. Woo. She used the green. Okay, let me see what Bill you talking about. Okay, she used the green card over her both husband had and abusive to them because she knows they wouldn't leave. But a Jamaican man is different. Papers are not. They're not going. Okay, they are not going to up with her abusive. Okay, so who is who? You talking about? You talking about Krista? Okay, y'all. Okay, let me ask this: is Krista American, and her two spouses were Jamaican? Can somebody tell me yeah or nay? Oh yeah, they most definitely need counseling. I mean, you know. Oh. Well, look. I see. Do you see that? That's why you don't know what's going on in people's marriages. Y'all, we ain't even trying to figure it out. We don't care about no details. I can't figure that out. Listen, you American, then the two folks you dealing with are Jamaican, and then you, so technically you got somewhat of a power. If you know, if you're a decent person, you ain't got no power. But if you know, see, no, Nary said no to the dress when it comes to Sheena. That's why she mad. That's why she on there talking about Alicia Kim. That's all that is. He said no to the dress. Hey, move on. Ain't nothing we gonna be able to do about it, baby. He's not the only man in the world. There's plenty. Okay? I mean, get over it. Get past it. Okay? I mean, and that relationship has been over 15 million years ago. Tell me why she's talking. Lord, women. Oh, yeah, there's a scripture in the Bible. Let me find it for y'all. It says, study to be quiet. Let me give y'all that scripture. As you get older, you learn that. Study to be quiet. Yeah. Let me find it. Study. I think it's in any class. Let me see. Study. Y'all, I'm gonna pin it in the thing. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pin it in the thing. When I find it, it says study to be quiet. It's in the Bible. We gonna meditate on that scripture. Somebody drop Krista that scripture. Study to be quiet. Okay. She is ah. Oh, I see. Go ahead. Ah, I see, y'all. Okay, I see. You see what I'm saying? See, but now she out here talking about context, but she ain't telling nobody that she was hitting the first husband or even somebody before that, right? Is that what I got from the Josette? Josette, are you saying that even before the first husband she was hitting folks? Or did I say the right name? Josette or Dorette? I don't know which one said that. But you see what I'm saying? See, you see? Mm-mm. That's all Sheena can talk about. Alicia Kim don't have nothing to do with her. She mad because Nary does not want her. That's all that is. Okay. So you see what I'm saying? But she's not bringing no context about her hitting every man she's been with. You see what I'm saying? Women, keep your hands to yourself. Jumping up in somebody's face like you some dude. Stop. That makes no sense. Ain't nobody. I done told y'all. Ain't nobody want. Listen. I done told you. Krista don't even fully understand what does all this stuff coming out and what she's doing. What that looks like for another guy if they see this. They're not gonna trust her. That she can't be trusted. You see, it's more than you just coming out and making a video. You can't be trusted. Correct. 100%. They don't want to talk about that. No, you're not gonna see no titles on Run Ram. Krista hit both husbands. I guarantee you ain't gonna see that. You see what I'm saying? So we don't need to know the context. We don't even want to know the details. The child, we don't want all that drama. We just want you to take care of yourself over here in B Nation. We just want you to go get your healing that you need over here in B Nation. Go get your healing. Get yourself healed for your kid. And y'all women got to stop that stuff. That's just immature, and what it shows that you lack emotional discipline. That's what it shows. You think you just run up on somebody and just start hitting them because you mad and angry? Go get that stuff under control before you roll and till you run up on the right person and get slapped all the way into 2028. That's what's gonna happen. Or somebody knock you out. Correct. Jillian, correct. You got out of it and now you're safe. Man, listen. Your relationships are a beast. That's why you need to choose wisely. Because I know Nary saying yes to them. He didn't realize how big of a yes that was. And what it would cost him. Guess what? And vice versa. Because we're not saying that Nary was perfect in his marriage. We're just saying that he would have never come out if Krista would have kept her trap shut. And Sheena. Is all we saying. Stop thinking about yourself and think about that daughter. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. Y'all, if you're in the States and you're in that ice stuff, please take care of yourself. Y'all be calm. Don't be going out there trying to drive on that ice and stuff. Now, listen, I lived in Illinois for 10 years. I can drive in the snow, but you can't fool around with that ice. That's a whole nother beast. Okay? So, y'all, I just want to come on and give my commentary about Krista's last video, and hopefully someone that's on here can help her out. Tell her to shut it, because this is not looking good for her, period. It's just not. So I hope she's listening to somebody, and I hope she gets some folks around her that has some wisdom that can help her navigate this piece in her life. She's not doing a good job. She's really not. And I've talked about how I don't know what video that was, that I talked about how I felt like Kim and Nary could have handled this situation differently with them. I don't know what video, y'all. It was one of those videos that I made. Maybe I don't know which one it is. I gave my opinion on that. Do I think they can date? I do. I just think how they navigated this piece with one still being married should have been something a little different. Although they were separate, although they are estranged, you still got to be careful. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Y'all choose wisely, right? Be smart, use wisdom, get you a mentor. I'm in my mid-50s and I still have one. Why do you not have a mentor? You want to navigate this thing called life by yourself? Why? Why are you doing it? You just want to just make mistakes over and over and over? I don't understand it. So if I can be in my mid-50s and I have a mentor, why y'all young people can't get one? You see what I'm saying? So don't walk this life and not have. I have people that I mentor. I was talking to her all day today before I got on, giving her wisdom and guidance and, hey, look this up, do this. Why? So she won't be making the same mistakes that I did and what she saw her parents do and all that kind of stuff. I don't understand why y'all just want to make mistakes. Alex, I'll take mistakes for 500, please. Understand why you want to do that? I'm just saying, get some people in your life that's going to help you navigate this thing. Life is not always easy for any of us. I'd call my mentor in a second. Hey, I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think about it? He gives me his opinion. This is what I think you should do. Blah, 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 blah. What you saying, Mary? Run around. Let me see. Run around fathers of the community, D.V. women in the United States, Canada, and you. Those women on the farm work like Wow. But you know, like I said, I don't even give Ram the time of my day. I'll see titles. I'm like, he about as bad crazy as they come. I don't even fool with him because I know what it's about. Okay, guys, y'all have a great, safe weekend. I'm not sure if I'm gonna come on tomorrow, child. We're gonna be stuck in here, so I might come on tomorrow. I can't go to church, girl, child. It's gonna be ice everywhere, so I might do a live tomorrow. I'm not sure. If I do, I'll set it up sometime tonight or early in the morning. If I decide to do a live, if I see something I think is worth, uh, giving some commentary on, y'all. Before y'all go, y'all know what y'all need to do. Hit that like button. Listen, don't be shacking up with me. Y'all hit subscribe. All right, and let's make this thing happen. Y'all have a great, 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 great Saturday night. Have fun. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye, y'all. Bye, bye, bye. I don't want to leave y'all. I'm just kidding. Y'all have a great Saturday.